Gunstock checkering is a matter of function and beauty. Let's take a look at this fascinating topic. In its original and most basic form, checkering is simply a series of lightly cut, parallel lines that are crossed at an angle by another series of similar lines, which creates the diamond shape. Checkering patterns are typically placed on the grip and/or forend of a rifle or shotgun, and on the grips of a handgun. Production guns normally use a fairly simple pattern with 18 to 20 lines per inch, like these pre-64 Winchesters. However, custom guns, like this Griffin & Howell, usually have more sophisticated patterns and finer checkering. High-grade guns, like this Parker A1 Special, have highly ornate checkering patterns and can be as fine as 32 lines per inch. Lines per inch simply means the number of lines that were cut in 1 inch on the pattern. Checkering has been around for at least a couple of hundred years, like on this early percussion shotgun made in the 1830s. And in its earliest form, it was sometimes nothing more than formed squares, like on this 1880 Swiss Vetterli. These are 8 lines per inch. Actually, the term used back then was checking, as the lines formed a checked pattern. This term lasted well into the 20th century, as you can see from this 1925 reference in Townsend Whalen's book, Amateur Gunsmithing. The earliest checkering was done using cutters with parallel sides, rather than the 60 or 90 degree V-tools we use today. The result was a pattern with flat-topped diamonds, like on this matched pair of 1830s Wesley Richards shotguns. From the very beginning, checkering was cut by hand using simple tools. Today, most professionals use an electric tool, such as this one. This is still called hand checkering because the hand is holding the tool. CNC checkering equipment is often used on today's mass-produced guns, and the checkering patterns around the grip are somewhat limited. You may have heard of pressed checkering. This checkering is actually squeezed into the stock under pressure. It came about in the early 1960s as a cost-saving measure over traditional hand checkering.